So, the YouTuber responsible for why we have instructions on shampoo bottles is yet again embarrassing himself in the most hilarious and hysterical ways possible, and I personally cannot be more delighted. Whenever someone who deserves to have their downfall take place continues to spiral, I can't help but feel a little bit like I was ahead of the curve. I am of course talking about Ethan Is Online. Now, no joke, and you're gonna make fun of me for saying this, I used to be afraid of this guy. I used to fear his power in the YouTube community. He used to make videos that would get 745,000 views, 36,000 likes. I'm like, damn, that's actually pretty impressive for a hit piece on several different channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. This is the initial video he had made attacking members of the commentary community, Difo and Sensitive Society, and at the time it was not poorly received. I mean, 89% when you're going after channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, that's not bad at all. But this was October 17th, 2022. In a few months, this video will be 2 years old. And the way he was perceived at the time of this video is actually the exact opposite of how he's perceived now. When he posted this video at the time, he was a force to be reckoned with. If he made a video, you were like, damn, okay, what's this about? Now, 2 years later and like 5 big dramas later, we've got him with like every video he posts getting barely any views and getting shit on with dislikes. I mean, look at this, 87, 89%. And it's literally talking about something that everyone fucking hates, the Hawk Tuah girl. I mean, this guy could literally say breathing is good and people would disagree with him because he's so dislikable and hated. Now, he might hear that and utilize that to further his internal victim complex, like, well, he just proved it. He just proved that I could say something correct and everyone wouldn't like it. You would think that that would be a moment of self-reflection, right? Not that you're this victim, but that you're actually this much of a meme at this point, that anything you say holds zero weight. But luckily, what he lacks in the weight of his words, he makes up for with his own personal weight. Not to harp on this guy too quickly before we get into like why I'm talking about him again, but holy shit, dude, I didn't think the weed munchies would be this significant. Like, I can literally see the weed munchies. You never look at someone and then you're like, holy shit, that guy's got weed munchies. He is what weed munchies looks like. Like, he is the physical manifestation of I'm high at 3 a.m. and McDonald's is the only thing open. And it's like you try to make yourself not feel bad about eating McDonald's because it's the only thing open this late. You're like, well, I guess I have to. I guess I have to get 5 Big Macs. It's the only thing open. Anyway, pretty insane downfall already. I mean, the likes are just insane, right? And this is all the while he is getting dozens of videos made on him so regularly that get more views than anything he posts on his channel. For example, the recent video that I posted responding to him on stream talking about his personal falling out with partner in crime and other commentary YouTuber Nick Is Not Green has 148,000 views. That is more views than this video and this video combined. And I don't mean to view count, but it's just to get the point across that like really no one likes this guy. Well, recently he's been streaming again, and there is an hour-long VOD where he is just spurging out in his chair, debating random anon chatters over whatever garbage they type in his chat, which is only written with the sole purpose of riling him up. Meanwhile, he won't address any video that's made on him that has like well-crafted arguments and actual effort put into it. He'll read some stupid message that no one cares about or has thought of before they type it and send it, but he won't respond to actually well thought out criticism, which is insane. Like, he won't engage with criticism that's bad faith or people who are trying to drama farm, but he will engage with the most bad faith people and the people who are trying to drama farm the most, which is these random people trying to get a reaction out of you in the chat. I'm not trying to get some moment where you're like, at some chat message. I want a video responding to me where you try to tactically disarm my arguments.
Edgy joke.
You would rather talk to the most retarded sounding people on planet Earth in your stream chat who are sounding retarded on purpose, because that's the level of intelligence you deserve to be discussed at.
You got mogged by Smaggle Daggle and Tipster.
Dude! That's even better than Glepshitto!
Smaggle Daggle. That's not a fucking real thing.
That's the guy that was like having intrusive thoughts about me jerking off a child.
Acheeto owns you, Budster. Society owns you. You wanna know?
Yes! Dude, I didn't even know this stream was going on when it happened, and y'all fucking pulled up on him, and we're just owning this guy. Acheeto owns you, Budster. I do! I literally own you! I walk you around. I can run laps around you mentally, and you have nothing. You have to talk to Marv_user, and you won't chat with me.
Anymore.
Dude, how does it feel to be an actual NPC? You're just.
I wonder what it's like when this guy gets his hair dyed to be sitting there, and the lady who dyes his hair, it takes like 3 hours. What does he chat with her about for 3 hours? Like, is he talking about, yeah, and then Marv user wrote Acheeto owns you, Budster, and that's when I really got mad.
Pressing the different, like, 4-button combinations you got.
Chud Logic owns you.
Yeah, the racist guy.
Yeah, falling off.
He's like
Nazi.
ugly as fuck.
Chud Logic is ugly as fuck, and then it's like you look to her right, and it's like this guy, and you gotta really consider, like, damn, does she know much about beauty standards?
There we go, more Star Wars characters. Let them all out. Mr. Shit. You got spronkled by Hunglebungus.
That's awesome.
Doggy Two Shoes. Jackface Pony Soldier. Listen, fat. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Yo, Ronald Riz owns you, little bro. That's so goated.
One of these numbskulls is called Poodle Swoodle? Come on, guys. Just use your name. Is it that embarrassing that Bling Bling Boy or whatever is better? Dude, go outside. Say this sentence to someone on the side of the road and literally see how horrible. How, like...
Also, there's at some point on this stream, I'm not going to be able to find it, where his girlfriend just, like, rips the N-word, which is so fucking hilarious. When you're as politically correct as someone like Ethan is online, to the point where you're going out of your way to do mental gymnastics to go after child predator hunters because they're conservative, and then an entire video you seem more concerned with the politics of the people catching the predators than the predators touching children, you have to really think about, can your girlfriend say the fucking N-word? I mean, yeah, I mean, she can, right? Like, I mean, like, literally, can she? Obviously. But does she have the pass? She's like, what, Latina? She's brown. She ain't black. She's definitely not black. And I know you didn't give her the pass, you cracker. Maybe he just doesn't want to speak out of white guilt or something like that, but buddy, not a good look. I mean, she's literally the same shade as your buddy Nick is not green, and I don't think he can say the N-word. I mean, if he did, or if he can, why didn't he be dropping that in your queef jerky songs that you did together? You guys know the N-word just sounds really good in music. I'm not joking. Like, just ask your girlfriend who was in Paris and she'll tell you.
Fucking Nick.
You remember Chris the Narc and Acheeto? I'm their best editor and employee.
Huh?
You work for weird, creepy blue check reply guys. Don't flex this. This is very pathetic and sad to anyone who knows who these people are, and most people don't, and that is to your advantage.
I'm more well-known than you. You got owned, and the confusing opinion of the guy who wrote that message, that guy is my stream highlight channel clipper, the absolute GOAT. And I'll tell you this, I'm not a weird Twitter reply guy. I don't even really reply to people that often on Twitter. I do have a blue check mark, though, because it pays for itself. I get money from Twitter for posting. Thank you, Elon. I'm actually a YouTuber who makes YouTube videos, and I'm much bigger than you. So for you to say that I'm some like Twitter user instead of a fucking content creator with more fame and notoriety than you is actually hilarious. You are nothing, you're a little crumb, and I'm a statue erected in gold. What did that gumball guy say in the argument with Dream? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. And my videos shitting on you get more views than anything you've created, so consider that in whatever way you like. But that's not even the best part. The best part is we got this clip here of Ethan is online defending Chris Tyson.
Replied, the twins in feelings. First 2018, the fact that Vilo was 4 released.
God, I hate how this is formatted like a commentary video and it feels like it was edited by AI.
You still think this is a coincidence? The next incident will definitely change your mind. On January 25th, 2019,
It also sounds like it was written by fucking AI.
Chatman posted a picture of a character called Raptalia from the Rising of the
So the synopsis is Ava
Wow,
used
looking
to like...
good.
Stop skipping. No, because the synopsis of the video is Ava used to like Shadman in 2017.
Chris Tyson liked and purchased art depicting minors sexually. Is there this dude's going for the fucking statute of limitations argument? That's bad, dude. That's really bad. There's no proof that they still don't have that inclination or that appreciation for the artwork. Why would you defend this? Just say it's bad. Why bring up the timing thing? Chris Tyson would have been how old 7 years ago?
I heard that you a pedophile, you touch little boys and girls.
I don't need to look at a bunch of his fucking Nazi pedophile art to go fucking figure that out. That's gross. Don't watch that fucking dog shit video. So bad. Such an awful, fucking terribly formatted video. Literally the worst fucking YouTube video I've seen in a long time. Literally just to be like, Mr. Beast's friend 7 years ago had some inappropriate tweets that were a really bad look. You're avoiding the video? That's the whole point. What am I avoiding? What am I avoiding? That's literally the whole video. Didn't like most of the internet at the time fuck with Shadman? Yes. For some reason, yes.
I don't recall that.
He was very popular.
Don't recall that.
Fucking gross. But Ava's not a fan of him anymore.
You don't know that.
I'm literally discussing the
Do you know that?
video, which is...
Do you know that? Do you know that they're not a fan of Shadman anymore? Or is it just no longer optical now that you're Mr. Beast's top guy to like Lolly? You know, I don't think this is like going away.
I don't need to see the whole thing. It's bad. It's a bad video. Chris has liked images with underage characters. Bro, you were talking about a Nazi pedophile artist that was like massively popular on YouTube.
But okay, and it's bad. I don't understand. This motherfucker is like, it's so brain rotted. You can tell he's so like partisan that he won't criticize Chris Tyson because the people who are criticizing Chris Tyson are like people like me. Like that's how his brain works. It's not like, oh, this thing is really bad and like it's objectively not good that the biggest YouTuber on the entire website and one of the most famous people on the world's good friend and person who's appeared in the videos likes underage artwork. You won't say that. You'll be like, well, it's 7 years ago. And he'll complain about how the format of the video is and how it's like people like me who are discussing it. He has no integrity.
That doesn't make it okay. It's not relevant though.
It's not relevant? That the biggest YouTuber's best friend, who appears in so many of his videos, is liking images depicting underage girls? That's not relevant? That's incredibly relevant. If it came out that Alex Rosen did this, you'd be all over it.
Is that a gross thing to do? Is it unacceptable? Yeah. But like the anti-cancel culture warriors all of a sudden are like, wait, liking tweets from 7 years ago. Wait, liking tweets from 7 years ago though. Why are we even talking about Mr. Beast's friend? Because she's Mr. Beast's friend. Since this time, Chris transitioned. To give you an idea of how fucking long ago this was! Stop being defensive, you follow Chris on Twitter.
Bro, if this guy found some like old video that I made, or some old video that Sensitive Society made, or some old video that Alex Rosen posted, or anyone he doesn't like, he'd be all over it. It has nothing to do with the timing. He doesn't care about the timing or like old videos. He doesn't care that anything is old. Right? He will bring up old things. He did that with Matt Walsh. I literally remember there's a video of him on a second channel talking about a, I think, decade-old Matt Walsh clip where he says something about how 16 years old, girls are fertile and something like that. He made some weird comment.
In 1957 was the peak for teenage pregnancy. 1957. So to all of a sudden act like this phenomenon of girls getting pregnant at a young age that we consider young, 16 or 17,
that we consider young, normal.
It's a new thing, is ridiculous. It's always been that way. Even biologically, and this is me just stating, right now I'm going to start by just stating facts. It's not a new phenomenon. Fact number two, in fact, it's a phenomenon that was more common earlier in history, and for, the first 6,000 to 10,000 years of human existence, it was a normal thing.
Like, again, blatantly ahistorical.
Fact three, girls between the ages of like 17 and 24 is when they're technically most fertile.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, Matt? You're going to talk about grooming.
Okay? That's biological. That's a fact.
Oh, we got a biologist over here. Okay. Awesome.
Stating facts. That's all I'm doing. But what happened recently, and this is the fourth fact, recently in the last 30 years or so, we decided that's way too young to start a family. Why? And because the problem is not per se teenage pregnancy, it's unwed pregnancy. That's the problem in society. It's all
okay. Impregnate as many fucking teenagers as you want, as long as you marry them. Thanks, Matt. I'm so glad that people listen to you with the little fucking walnut that rolls around in your brain.
It's only problematic when
he sounds worse than Shane because Shane makes distasteful like comments like this with the tone of a joke. It's not a joke when Shane says it, but it has the tone of a joke. Matt Walsh is like pissed off about it. He's like, this is just a fact. This was a completely different time. I was in high school when this happened. I had no idea who fucking Mr. Beast was, and neither did Mr. Beast. He wasn't even around. Yeah, your username, by the way, is I Get Blacked. You're also fucking weird as fuck for that.
What, because he likes black people?
Only weird that videos like this only came up after she came out as trans? Yeah.
Yeah, it's transphobic to be anti-pedophilia. Freudian slip with that one.
Quite literally reinvented herself since then in multiple different ways. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh.
Are you trying to cancel Mr. Beast too? Because he had that in his living room? It was in Mr. Beast's living room.
It's not his. It's not his property. It's not his.
Never defend Mr. Beast ever again. Don't ever defend him or watch him.
Okay.
Can't ever do it. If I recall correctly, that video ends on a transphobic tweet. Yeah, awesome. I
Just
love
doesn't look to prove
you
it.
follow Chris on Twitter like that's an own. You follow an account that liked lolly porn 7 years ago. Did you know that? No, I guess I know that now. It's fucked up that that happened. It shows a bias. Towards what?
People that you like. He doesn't care about actual issues. Like, he doesn't care about the issue of pedophilia. He just cares about getting owns on people.
For Chris. No, it doesn't. It shows maybe a bias for reality and 2024. I will say that. I do have I have a recency bias. I have a bias for shit that has actually happened in the last 5 fucking years. I mean, Jesus.
Interesting. Even though, like I said, he did the whole Matt Walsh thing.
I can say that what Chris was doing on the internet in 2017 is fucking gross, unacceptable.
True.
But she doesn't do that anymore. She doesn't do that. It's not acceptable. I agree with you. What did Chris do? In 2017, liked a bunch of Shadman art, which was a Nazi pedophile. There are people that like Shadman art now.
Bad.
Why don't you go fuck with them? Why are you...
Are you serious? Because they're not Mr. Beast's best friend! Yeah, why are you not attacking the thousands of random pedophiles who hide in the darkness and you have no idea who they are, where they live, or what they do? Why don't you do that? Why don't you attack those people? Well, actually, interestingly enough, Ethan, there's one guy named Alex Rosen who does kind of do that, but you made an entire video shitting on him. Ethan is Online is the most inconsistent person on the internet. You literally, like, will talk about a pedophile and be like, hey, yo, this is really bad. And he's like, well, why aren't you talking about the other pedophiles and how bad they are? Now, that's weird to say in general, but if you're saying, hey, Chris Tyson liked Lolly back in 2017, that's really gross. And he goes, why aren't we talking about the other people who like Lolly? Because they're not Mr. Beast's top person. Yeah, obviously the fact that this person's famous and influences people and has been to the Kids' Choice Awards matters.
Are you trying to, like, talk about what was going on in 2017?
In the midst of him saying this, we're talking about the Cody Ko thing, and the Cody Ko thing happened back when Cody was 25. He's like 32 now, or 33, so that makes this whole thing 7 or 8 years ago. And so for him to say, well, I have a recency bias is like ridiculous. He doesn't actually. He has a recency bias toward people he likes. That's all I have to say for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Follow my social medias, links are all down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.